Hello, Innoventors. I'm Karima Gulik, patent and trademark attorney at Innovent Law, and today I wanted to chat about one of the most and frequently asked questions that I get from first-time inventors. I have a great idea. Where do I go next? How do I make this happen? And that's a totally valid question, especially for first-time inventors. So the first step is essentially taking that idea out of your head and onto a piece of paper or onto your computer. Really documenting your idea, how to make this happen. What are the different elements involved? How does this work? What is the utility and functionality of it? And essentially anything that this helps do and how it actually works and functions. And what are all the different elements involved in making it. I also always highly recommend having some sketches to go along to how your invention would come to life. Now, I always get the pushback, I'm not an artist, I'm not an engineer, I don't know how to draw. It does not matter, these are just for your notes. So just sit down and sketch it to the best of your abilities. By doing that, a lot of times you'll realize that there are gaps in your thoughts and in your invention. By sitting down and doing this exercise, you are essentially answering some of your own questions on how to actually make this product or this invention, how to actually bring it to life and bring it to market. So that's the first step, sitting down and documenting your ideas and having proper notes and proper sketches. The second step is to do a search on your idea. I always highly recommend starting with either a patent search with the USPTO or a Google patent search, which tends to be a little bit more user-friendly. And I'm attaching the links down below here as well for your review. But once you've done that documenting exercise, I like to go through and then highlight all the keywords. What is it that's truly unique and innovative about your idea? And start with a patent search for that. I also highly recommend just doing a Google search, Amazon search, just to see whether there's a market for this, whether the idea has been done. If it has been done, how was yours improving on what was already done, or how was it solving a problem in the market that was not solved previously? And then the patent search will help you just get an idea for what has been patented. If it's been patented and abandoned, it's falling in the public domain. But at the same time, it gives you an insight, like you want to do a little bit more digging as to why was there not a market for it? Did the inventor not push hard enough for this invention or for this device? So a little bit of research here can go a very long way. The third step is prototyping. Now here, there are a couple of considerations. So if you're going to be prototyping this by yourself, you're absolutely fine. There is no public disclosure. But if you're going to be working with a manufacturer or someone to help you bring this idea to life, you need to be aware that inventorship and the inventors are, one, the person who came up with the idea, but also the person who reduced it to practice, as we like to call it in a patent world. What that means essentially is who helped bring this idea to life. So if you have an idea and then an engineer works with you to actually implement it and comes up with ways to make this better or actually make it happen along the way, then they're co-inventors. If that's the case, make sure that you have a proper non-disclosure agreement with the manufacturing company or prototyping company that you're working with. And two, make sure that they are willing to assign their intellectual property rights to you. So if they become co-inventors, they have rights to your invention as well. So just something to be mindful of. Now, next is identifying what your goals are with this. Are you trying to make and sell this yourself? In which case that prototyping phase still is valid and still will help. But if your end goal is really to license this, it still does not hurt to prototype this. Make sure that you have a proof of concept, that this is actually something that is makeable and doable. But if your end goal is not to make this yourself, but license it to other companies, you might look into doing a professional patent search, because a lot of big companies will ask for that. And two, getting a provisional patent application in place rather than a non-provisional. So what that does is you have a priority date and you have something filed, but at the same time, you're going and looking for potential licensees or people who might be interested in your invention. At that point, you can decide whether you want to invest further into converting this into a non-provisional. If you're not sure about the difference between provisional and non-provisional, make sure to check out our provisional video tutorial on the difference between the two. But if your end goal is to license this, get that provisional filed and start looking for potential licensees. Some of them might want to take this off your hand from the provisional phase. Others will want to see what you end up with in a patent, in an issued patent, before they give you any money on your idea. Either way, it doesn't hurt to go the provisional route and start looking for potential licensees. If your end goal is to make this yourself, you can, if you are ready for a non-provisional patent application, that is, your invention is not going to be morphing into anything, and you're not going to have to go back and make changes into your non-provisional application, then go ahead and file your non-provisional application. If you still need a little bit more time to do market research, tweak your invention, then definitely look into provisional patent applications and safeguard your rights that way. And lastly, go out and make money and make sure to monetize your intellectual property. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please make sure to drop them in the comment box below. If there's a topic you'd like us to address, please make sure to let us know and we'll be sure to cover it in the next video. Until next time.